We will tear your souls apart.
Hello everyone, in today's video we'll be talking about Prey from 2022, which was released on Hulu. This was not released theatrically. I didn't know anything about this movie until my dad told me about it. We both watched it together, we went in this movie blind, and after watching it, we loved it a lot. After Predators 2010 and the Predator 2018 were mediocre movies, they finally went in a different direction, making something new, original, having it set in a different time period. It was a breath of fresh air of the franchise. In my Predator 2 video, you all remember I pointed out the gun Detective Harrigan was given to by the Predators after killing the Predator. The gun said 1715. This movie takes place in 1719 of northern Great Plains during the Native American era, making it hard to kill the Predators, not having the advanced weapons they did not have back then, which I thought was very cool, smart, and a clever concept. This is the first time in a Predator movie our main hero is a female. I mean, yes, we had Alice Wood from Alien vs. Predator, but that was a crossover movie, not a solo Predator movie on its own. I'll admit, I'm not too familiar with the actress Amber Midthunder, but from watching behind the scenes on this Blu-ray, in the interview she said during the making of this movie, she worked out, got in shape, practiced martial arts, learned how to use weapons, bows and arrows, and tomahawks, and it shows, and her training paid off. She is awesome, a badass in this movie. She's a tomboy, she wants to be a hunter like her brother, but she's looked down upon because she is a woman and no one believes in her. She has other skills and trades, like she does know medicine, but her heart is set on being a hunter. No one believes Nara on what she's been through, and that she fought against a big giant predator. Nara goes on her own without permission to find out what killed one of her tribe members. As I said before, what makes this movie so great is that the character Naru does not have the advanced weapons to her advantage to kill the predator, which makes it hard and a challenge for her. Nara has to think outside the box and find ways to kill the predator. It's not like on the first Predator movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger and his team had the weapons and other resources and the advantage to kill the Predator. When she goes on to find the Predator, she kills a rabbit for food. It's funny when she shows the dog, next time you're cooking, the dog is like, that's not my job description, purpose in life. Also on her hunting journey, she gets stuck in quicksand and has to figure a way to get out, and calling for help is not an option right here. She uses a tomahawk rope, throws it on a tree branch to make sure it's locked and secure, and pulls out. Quicksand is a very scary thing and a horrible way to die. A very intense scene right here. She almost gets killed by a bear thanks to her dog saving her life, but she had to outrun it by swimming in the water across the other side of tree branches. Witnesses the predator killing the bear right in front of her eyes. Eat your heart out, Leonardo DiCaprio. Her brother sent out his native tribe friends to search for her, but they're assholes. They beat the shit out of her because they don't listen to her on what's out there. They tie her up and are about to take her back to the village, and guess what happens next? The predators kill her brother's friends. It's a misunderstanding. The predator didn't understand they were not trying to kill her. They wanted to bring her back to the tribe, making sure that she was safe and okay. Not knowing the predator code on why they didn't kill her because she was not armed. Until she unties herself and gets a tomahawk for a weapon for self-defense. Nara gets trapped in a foothole, comes across French hunters. Nara gets knocked out. She figures out the French hunters killed the buffalo, not the predator. Her brother also was kidnapped. They cut his stomach and torture him. Nara and her brother use as bait for the French hunters so they can capture the predator. Her brother Tepe finally believes his sister. Nara figures out the connection on why the predator did not kill her. Tepe thought the predator was dangerous and a threat. They both kidnap a French hunter and use him as bait to face off against the predator. Nara was a real trooper. When she had an injury, she did not let it stop her from wanting to fight. A very strong, badass female character right there. That's saying man up, she womaned up. Her older brother was athletic, typical brother, thinks he was better than his sister, controlling, overprotective, domineering, doesn't give his sister enough credit. Despite my rant of repeating the same lines and oversaturating a famous movie line tributes, for some reason it works well in this movie or some reason. I don't know why. I don't know. The funny part is, me and my father were watching this movie, when Tebe and Naru were trapped used as bait, I predicted the line was going to be said the exact right moment. If it bleeds, we can kill it. Tebe sets up a good trap trying to attempt to kill the predator. Using the dog as bait, comes and stabs the predator with spears. The predator turns invisible. He tells Naru to run away, thinking that he's the threat, except to his fate that he will die. She did try her best to save him, but it wasn't meant to be. Despite Nara and her brother had a complicated relationship without dialogue, through her body language you can tell that she felt bad and sad, grieving over her brother's loss. I do like the Predator look design. I just wish they were going old school using Stan Winston's practical effects, but sad to say this, we're in 2025. CGI has been the new norm since the 90s. Imagine if they'd used practical effects, thinking how cool, awesome, and badass this Predator design would look and be cool. The Predator kills a wolf, saving a rabbit's life. I guess they kill animals that are carnivores. I'm not sure this is another Predator code I've read or aware of. It rips the wolf's spine out and decomposes the wolf's skull, another bone trophy to their collection. When the Predator uses his first aid kit, we see how it's very advanced and it's fast healing to his wounds. Besides the Predator's weapons being more advanced than the Native Americans, we also see how the Predator's healing medicine is also far more advanced than the Native Americans' natural herb medicines. The Predator's medicines heal faster than their medicine. He kills the hunter that he was trying to fake being dead so he could survive until he steps on his body. The guy screams and the Predator kills him. Lesson learned right here. Can't outsmart the Predator fake being dead no matter how hard you try. An awesome epic final finale fight between Naro and the Predator. Just like Arnold, she sets up booby traps and the Predator falls in quicksand. The Predator dies shooting itself. Just like Arnold, Naro says, "Come on, do it, do it." Again, she did not copy the same lines as Dutch. This is what I call writing your own dialogue. Nara comes back to her village, becomes the war chief, and shows the Predator's decapitated head, telling her family they need to move. I've heard there's a romantic version of this movie on Hulu and Disney Plus, but I have not seen this version at all yet. It seems to be a minor nitpick for some Predator fans because the characters in this version I watched spoke regular English, whereas back in this time period taking place in the 1700s, the Native Americans spoke their own language. Some fans may have a hard time being convinced and believe there's no way these Native American characters spoke English that well. Another reason why there are two different versions of this movie is because director Dan Trachtenberg understood that modern audiences don't like to read English subtitles. I can see people's point on this, but for me personally, this one nitpick right here did not bother me at all. Maybe at some point in time I'll give the Comanche version a go and see how it would make much more sense to watch this movie version like this. As I'm editing this video, I just found out that my Blu-ray does have the Comanche version of this movie. This concept of the Predator versus Native Americans may sound like a B-movie, but once you watch, you say to yourself, true what they say, don't judge a book by its title. This movie rocks, it kicks ass, it was fresh, original, exciting. You can tell that Dan Trachtenberg had a lot of passion making this movie, especially he loves the first original Predator movie. Best Predator movie since the first one, my third favorite Predator movie. Despite enjoying this movie, I wish I saw this in the movie theaters. This could have been an awesome movie to see on the big screen, but I'm not sure why this movie was not released theatrically. I'm sure there's a story behind this, I don't have the answer to this question. And once again, as I'm editing this video, I read an article yesterday that they're going to release this movie in the theaters for the new Predator movie that's coming out, and I will definitely be going to see this in the movie theaters. I'm glad this was released on Blu-ray. It seems to be common in the downside with movies that are being released on streaming services that they're not being released through a source of physical media because they're not being released in movie theaters, but that's a different topic and story right there. I am excited looking forward to Predator Badlands, which you'll see a video on next month when it officially comes out. Also, I know Predator Badlands is going to be its own movie, not a follow-up sequel. In the future, I would not mind they made a follow-up sequel to this movie. And yes, I am aware that Hulu released a Predator animated movie called Predator Killer of Killers. Just like my Godzilla videos, I skipped the Netflix anime Godzilla movies. Eventually, sometime in the future, I will consider doing a video on those movies. Also, I'm just sticking to and talk about the live-action Predator movies. And lastly, I'm not sure this movie is considered canon or not. That's it for today's video. See you tomorrow for Alien Romulus.